Bears? Bears? In here?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I point my finger at the druid.
There's no bears in a pair of black antlers. You talking about
yeah.
a deer? What are you talking about? A deer in here? Or a bear?
No, there was a bear outside my room earlier. It was just that druid. You know how some of those druids just love to change into shape, different animals and stuff.
All right. Well, that's out of my league. What am I gonna kill a bear in here?
I'd like to see you try.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, I was gonna.
I'm gonna let you take that back.
That's right.
Before I rub baby oil on your hiney and spank you and put you to bed.
Oh God! The monk just turns around and darts out the room, not wanting to hear any more of this conversation.
All right. So everybody, I guess you guys are all turning in now for the night.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna challenge Chionthar. Oh my goodness.
He's a wuss. You can
Too
take
good.
him. Come on, you can take
No,
him.
I would have died.
Jefferson said, once again, Wormfood doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Yet I made it.
I love
I squeaked by one more time.
I love it.
It's not me. It's my character, right? So it's that he's just a noble that's a human and thinks that he's an elf. So just like everybody else.
All
You've already
right.
dispelled yourself. Disp yourself to bed.
That's right.
Everybody has a great night's rest. No more bears in the Black Antler. There's no more bears. The next morning comes, and you guys are all up now. Fucking bear.
I say we take advantage of the free breakfast before we take out.
The free continental breakfast.
Continental
Yeah.
breakfast, you bet you.
Yeah,
I'd like to
Rashers
pull
of
Rafa
bacon.
Bar off to the side at some point.
Well,
Barmaid, bring us some ale.
before I leave my room, I open the door and peek out and make sure there's no more bears there.
no
I
bears.
just see these claw marks on the
Just
door.
the bare necessities.
And then I go downstairs for breakfast.
There's there's a
I
bear
think you should
down
be
at the
afraid of
breakfast
bears
table.
from now on. That would be hilarious.
Everybody's going to walk past his tent at night and go,
All right, so you guys have breakfast. You guys have about 15 minutes before you need to get your horses. You need to head to the docks.
Can I pull Rafa Bar off to the side during breakfast at some point as well?
Sure, you can pull them. You can pull them aside really quickly.
I say, word of advice, not everyone takes kindly to someone who can become a beast. I might be hunted for my hide. Future reference.
If you say so, then. Just don't do the whole bear thing again, waking me up. No.
Just don't
Alright.
bleed on me when the trappers are here.
That'd be horrible if they gutted you for your hide while you were in bear form, and then 2 hours later you turned back into a human. Oops.
Well, I turned back to human when I dropped his 0.
just wouldn't have your armor then.
I'd be more along the side of saying, I don't take kind to bears waking me up when I'm sleeping.
Next time it's a snake, my friend.
I know I was loud enough for you to be awake. Don't ignore me next time.
Whoa. Alright, so you guys are heading to the
They're
docks?
glaring at each other. I sense a little bit of sexual tension, Dave. Maybe during the break they can work that out. I don't know.
Oh, joy.
Maybe not. Sorry.
ERP, huh? The old ERP? The erotic RP?
So, I'm leaving the campaign, guys. No, I'm kidding.
The monk turns around and just walks away after that.
Wait,
You,
is that 50
you're just
Shades
gonna
of Grey
take the
I
money.
see?
Yeah.
The monk spends an awful lot of time walking away. What's going on here?
So now we know who ordered the 50 Shades of book. 50 Shades of Grey book.
The monk!
What?
Oh man, you don't remember that from like the first week of the naming all the
Yeah.
items? That was crazy.
Oh yeah, I remember some of the items that you named, but
No.
Oh yeah, with like
I don't have
special
I, didn't
item.
I don't have money back then.
All right, so you guys are to the docks. You guys are taking your mounts, right?
Absolutely. We better load our mounts up into the area.
Yeah, there's
into
there's
the,
plenty of room. He tells you that you'll be stopping at night. Basically, you'll be able to graze your horses. You'll be able to get them fed and watered. Well, they'll be able to drink on the way anyway. So all they have to do is stick their head over the boat. So, just as you guys are all fixing to shove off, all of a sudden you can hear Misty screaming, "Hey, hey, hey, wait for me!" And Misty, you are now back with the party.
Hey guys! Gosh, I thought I wasn't going to be able to catch up with you in time.
Where were you?
I just had some business to take care of. You know, the usual.
The usual. Yeah, the usual.
I'm expecting like a wink or something. Ding!
Wink, wink.
Exactly. Wink, wink.
Nice.
Regardless, it's taken care of now, and I'm with you once again. So, how have your travels been?
Interesting.
Interesting?
Ooh. Uh-oh.
So far, so good. Super awesome.
We're all still alive.
I did notice that all the party seems to be here and in one piece. Good job.
You missed the fire.
Fire? I missed fire?
You missed the bear, too.
Bear. Was the bear on fire?
And as you guys are talking, the barge pushes off. The boat pushes off. And you guys are starting to sail from east to west. Your 3-day trip has started. So I'll let you guys RP this out. I can't wait to hear it.
Well, I think I'll start things off since we're all sitting around and kind of talking about this. I think one of the things that we need to make sure that we
Elturel?
we nail
Baldur's
down
Gate.
is what our approach is when we make it to Baldur's Gate. So lots of ways that we can help to infiltrate the caravan, but I like to go with what Sisson was talking about before. Or, I'm sorry, what Zelos was talking about before, which was to get a wagon, and we can kind of disguise ourselves as merchants and kind of just blend in. I know that would work for us, that we haven't had any dealings with the cult before, but the question is, Misty and Zelos, I don't know how you guys are going to disguise yourselves from the cult. So anybody have any ideas?
Well, I think the first thing we should go do when we get to Baldur's Gate is talk to this Agnes Salabum?
Yep. Akin
Acne
Celebon.
Celeborn,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yep.
So,
Akin Celebon.
and ask him for advice. Maybe he can.
Well, I mean, he can
Work
help us.
something
I mean,
else.
from what I understand, he can help us get the wagon, and he'll help us, like, secretly infiltrate into there. But he's not gonna come up with disguises or anything.
No, not disguises, just advice and help infiltrating. That's all. Not disguises.
I don't know, Misty. How about you? Do you have any magical ways to disguise yourself?
For a whole month? I don't think so.
Well, I did recover a disguise kit from one of my from one of my allies. So I could make use of that.
Well, that's pretty sweet. It'll work out. Now, I don't know how disguise kits work, and seeing that you recovered it, I don't know if you have any disguise skill. But hopefully you don't dress up like a clown. That would, unless we wanted to go in as like a circus. Dun, 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 dun. But I don't know. How about you, Zelos? Do you have any
A
plans?
clown or jester, huh?
That's right. She could like.
Well, several things come to mind. We could pose as diseased people being transported to a more northerly location for some reason. I don't feature wearing a disguise the whole time we're on the road. Will the caravan be large enough that a disguise is needed? Can we stay pretty much with the merchants and away from the cultists? I don't know.
Hey, I don't either. But if we're all going to kind of assimilate and get into this merchant, I mean, I doubt that. We've got to make it look good. So I have a little experience.
Oh boy.
We don't have to
dealing
don't
with
have-
merchants, but
We don't have to make it look good. We just have to stay unnoticed.
Very
It
true.
is not uncommon for magical people to dress themselves in robes and obscure their face.
yeah, I'm good with that. Hey, you could say that you guys are all lepers. No, maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know. You could like all just get behind us and we're like a medical team. But
Well, that was in the back of my mind, but we could be. You've been paid to transport these two people to a leper colony in the far north. Just a thought.
yeah, but I doubt anybody would let us get in with the. But if we did that, there would be a lot of room between us and
That
the
would
other people
separate us
traveling.
from lots of other people. You bet.
So I am a cleric, so we could do the whole healing thing. Get a wagon, load it up with stuff, put everybody in robes, and then just say that we're transporting these to. Yeah, that's a great idea. But where would we say that we're going? Since we want to make sure that we're in the main 700-mile journey here.
Well, we're basically headed to the big temple in the far north. You know someone there who's able to heal something systemic like leprosy, but cannot do it yourself. How about that?
I
Sounds
think,
kind of. That sounds awesome, but
I think we're overthinking this.
I think we're overthinking it. What do you want to do?
Well, how likely are they to recognize us in the first place?
I'll step in here. That's the thing you don't know. There were quite a few cultists at the camp when you were there the first time. Even though, granted, yes, you were around a lot of kobolds also, which you know that the kobolds aren't going to be part of this caravan.
Hey,
So,
Dave,
is there a
it
chance?
winter?
Possibly. No, it's not winter. It is not winter.
I was gonna say, you gotta just wearing plain clothes, sort of do a wrap around your head, so that way only you can see the eyes.
I could, wrap my mouth, wrap everything but my eyes.
You gotta hide the
women to
hair. Gotta hide the hair.
Yeah, full of cloak up, a hood. I could be very discreet, in a
I like
womanly
what-
way.
So, a couple days have gone by. There's still about another day out from Baldur's Gate.
I would like to talk with the horses.
Been a pretty quiet trip. Seen lots of creatures, several dragons flying in the distance, way off in the distance. It's been a pretty nice trip so far. Really quiet. guys discussing anything else?
Oh, we're just absorbing the beautiful lake travel, Dave. I'll do a little bit of fishing
Tom, thanks.
right
man.
off the side
Appreciate
of the
it,
boat,
Tom.
just because I can.
Thank you, Tom.
And I think, did we kind of decide how we're going to handle this? We could be kind of democratic about this. Are we going to do merchants and then just wrap everybody up?
Hey, Dave. When we get to the day we get to Baldur's Gate, how many days until the Dragon Cult caravan gets there?
Well, that's another good question. I'm glad you guys asked, because remember we were talking, you had about 7 days. So 3 days for the travel on the Chionthar River will give you about 3-4 days. But, they could come early. So you don't know. They could come late. You just don't know.
Oh, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Based on my own history and background, I could probably meet up with some underground folks and see if I can't have them provide me a disguise to move about the city discreetly. Wouldn't be the first time that the underground had to disguise one of its own.
Thank you again, Tom. I appreciate the sub, man.
That sounds good to me. Honestly, I think that's a great idea. Well, that takes care of you, Misty, as long as you can hook up with your underground contacts. And I think Zelos was just talking about he'll just wrap himself up so he looks all super sneaky.
Well, there's that. There are nomadic tribes in part of this world that do wear turbans, masks, and large flowing robes. We could. That's a possibility as well. Perhaps another race or sub race.
All right,
So you're like a
next-
half elf. I'm sorry, go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just going to say next day comes. You guys are to the docks near Baldur's Gate. And you guys are able to make the short journey to the city. So are you discussing anything else on the way?
I think we've got the main thing. I think somebody will need to. I mean, Misty will have to meet with her underworld contracts, but I think somebody should meet with Ackland Celeban. I love that last name, Celeban, to figure out where he's going to integrate us. And then I think another person will have to probably meet with whatever guild is going to provide us the wagon, the merchant wagon, and all of the wares that we're going to use. Maybe Ackland will do that. I'm not sure.
I'll go meet with Celebon.
All right, fantastic.
What time of day is it, Dave?
It is actually the mid-morning, getting close to afternoon by this point.
Okay.
Zelos will accompany him on his trip to meet Ack and Celeban.
All right. So as you guys get to Baldur's Gate, you guys are having to stable your horses outside of the town. There is a small fee. Don't worry about paying the fee. It's really not worth deducting. Well, you can, if you want to deduct a gold, go for it. If not, don't worry about it, because it normally wouldn't be a gold. It would be like a couple copper or silver. But we don't have copper and silver in the game. I don't play with those small currencies. Those small currencies are below me. Here, I'm a noble, you see.
That's
We deal with
me.
nothing
Yeah,
but gold and
exactly.
platinums here.
I only
Well.
trade with gems, Dave. Sorry.
Okay, sounds good.
No, I'm just joking.
You have a bunch of 1 gold piece gems, little slivers
That's
of
right.
gem. All right, so I'm going to show you what Baldur's Gate looks like. I'm going to give you guys a handout. Now, This handout is from Murder at Baldur's Gate. And you can click on it, and this is basically what Baldur's Gate looks like. And these locales are really not important for this adventure, but these are just several of the locales in Baldur's Gate. So you guys know that Baldur's Gate is a bustling center of trade, with goods coming from north and south by wagon along the tradeway and by ship of the Sea of Swords, and from the east coast along the river Chionthar, and also from Cormyr and Sembio. Baldur's Gate is situated on a nice prominent bluff next to the river that you just sailed in on, overlooking an excellent natural harbor. And then it is divided into 3 distinct segments. The upper city, which is basically where all of the rich live and the most influential citizens. Then there is the lower city. Basically, this is the portion of the town that surrounds the harbor, where most of the city's merchants live and conduct their businesses. And then there's the outer city, which is pretty much outside the walls, and this is pretty much where all of the city's laborers reside. And also within I believe, the upper city has the merchant district, which is where all of your shop. Well, there's stores all throughout, but the upper echelons. So, but that is enough about information about Baldur's Gate for you.
I can see my house from here, Dave. That's awesome.
Can you? Nice.
Yeah, way up there in the super rich district of greatness.
You are from Baldur's Gate, aren't you?
I absolutely am, but I'm going to kind of keep it on the DL so, people won't really notice me, because there'd probably be a lot of parties and stuff once I come back. So we probably don't want that to happen.
The town would just
Party
probably...
in your honor of leaving.
The town would just call a holiday, and all of the festivities would just automatically begin. Clowns would start rolling down the street. And
well, Tiberius Day is always
Jesters.
on the calendar. It just they just wait for me to come back to activate it. So
Gotcha. Nice. So that's Baldur's Gate. That's actually a really nice map. I like that. That's from the Murder at Baldur's Gate. Back when D&D was called D&D Next. This was one of the playtests that you would be able to play at the game store. So that is the map that's actually the map off of the Dungeon Screecher that I have. Dungeon Master screen that I have. So turned out good. So you guys are at pretty much towards the north gate. And that is where you're supposed to be meeting your contact. Now, you guys can do other things too. It just depends on what you guys have planned. That is up to you.
When it makes sense for me to, which may not be immediately right now, I will eventually break off and go to one of the inns that I know, since this is a major town, that I know would have my contacts. My family's pretty well known, so I should be able to find someone that is allied with my underground to be able to find help. But I don't know if I need to do that immediately upon disembarking, but at some point that's definitely what I'm going to head out to do.
Okay. So if you want to send me a couple tells, sorry, that's my hillbilly accent there. If you want to send me a couple tells describing what you're kind of looking for, we'll go from there.
Sure. I guess it would be important to decide if you guys want Misty along with you when we go meet up with our contact or not.
No, you can go ahead.
I don't need to be with you, Misty, but I think I will. I think I will go ahead and follow the hang with everybody else while they meet up with our contact in case we need to carry stuff back. So there's that.
Oh, someone should go with her as form protection.
For with Misty.
Yeah. Just make sure no drunk ruffians try to get at her.
The regular ruffians, that's okay. They just can't be drunk.
Would it be appropriate for you to come with me, Kadojo? I'm just trying to remember what your character, if you'd be out of place or if you'd blend in well.
I'm a paladin dwarf.
You might be a little out of place.
And I'm Oath of Devotion. So yeah, I'll probably be a little out of place. How about Zelos? He's a thief, as it were.
What about a beast companion?
Oh, snap. Always down with the beast companions. Be a monkey. And you could like be on her shoulder or
A
something.
monkey.
Uh,
A monkey.
good? Beastie?
He said, "Be a monkey." Be on the shoulder.
Well, Rafflevar is just going to wander town for now while everybody does whatever they need to do.
So let me ask you guys: do you guys have like a meeting spot, or you guys just kind of like going your own separate ways, and you guys have no clue where you're meeting, or
Just call me on my cell phone. Oh, wait, that's not going to work.
on your gnome
Never
phone?
mind. A gnome phone.
I have gnome phones in my game. No, I'm just kidding.
Dave, what's a good inn?
I know. Well, let's see here.
We ask a guard what a good inn would be. Recommended inn.
You can go to the Three Old Kegs. That's a great place to stay. Herodmon, thank you very much. There's also the Elf Song Tavern.
Sounds fancy. I don't like it.
Yeah, let's go to the Elf Song Tavern.
There's
I vote the other one.
the Low Lantern in the Dock District. It's a pretty rough place.
I don't want to be in the Dock District. That's where a bunch of grungy people live. Let's stay kind of high class. I mean, Elf Song is okay, but whatever. That's better than being in the terrible side of the district. That's
Would
just my
anyone
character.
know Elsong was like have to have a dress code in particular?
No,
Is that-
you don't.
That's so good.
No dress code at the Elf Song Tavern. No
Yeah, it's
ties.
black tie, so you'll have to turn into a penguin.
We have penguins in the monster manual.
Do we have
Maybe
penguins
not.
in a monster manual? Have you ever
No.
seen a penguin? You may later on.
That's a great point, Dave. I think we should all meet at Elf Song Tavern and be able to